Hey there and welcome back to the channel. It's Bryson with Dimes for Dollars here, and in today's hunt we have another 2 boxes of pennies. Hunt number 68 coming up, and we've been stuck at 232 spots filled for quite a while now. Hoping to change that today. We've had some really good luck recently finding some older wheat pennies, so hopefully we'll find something. Gotta get into the boxes to find them. We got 5,000 pennies. Hopefully we can find some good ones. Roll number 12, and we finally have our first wheat cent. And this one's going to be a 1957 out of Denver. Besides that, our only other notable finds are 3 Estimate Memorial cents and 3 really nice 1967 Philadelphias. Hopefully we can find some more shiny ones. Those are always nice. And more importantly, hopefully we can find some more wheat cents. Very next roll, and we got our second wheat cent. First one from the 40s is going to be a 1945 Philadelphia. Roll number 19, and we have our third wheat cent here. It's got some really nice detail to it, but I do think it's been cleaned. Let's go ahead and see what the date is. Alright, that's going to be an earlier one, 1940 Philadelphia. It's a nice looking coin. Unfortunately, it's been cleaned, but still, wheat cent number 3. Roll 21, and wheat cent number 4 is going to be another 40s wheat cent. This one is a 1946 out of San Francisco. Very next roll, and wheat cent number 5 is going to be a 1955 from Denver this time. Very next roll again, and this time we have another wheat cent from the 40s, a 1949 out of San Francisco. Roll 27, and our next wheat cent is going to be another one from the 40s, and this one's going to be a 1946 out of Philadelphia. Roll 29, and we got another wheat cent here. This one's from the 50s, a 1956 Philadelphia. Very next roll, and we have another 50s wheat cent, and this one's in pretty nice shape, 1957 out of Denver. Roll 32, and we've reached wheat cent number 10. This one's going to be a 1944 out of San Francisco. 2 rolls later, and we got ourselves our first pre-40s find. Just barely, but we got ourselves a 1939 out of Philadelphia. Roll number 41, and we have another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1953 from Philadelphia. Very next roll, and we have another 40s wheat cent, another 1944 out of San Francisco. Very next roll again, and we have another 40s wheat cent, this one even earlier than the last one. This one's going to be a 1942 out of Denver. Roll 47, and we got 2 more wheat cents in this roll. One up front is a 1956 from Denver. Other one's right back here. And this one's going to be a pretty nice 1958 out of Denver as well. Well, we're now on to box number 2. 2 rolls in, and we have a really exciting find here. We've got a really worn wheat cent. You can see there's no detail left in those wheat stalks, and the whole rim is really worn as well. I'm guessing we got ourselves an oldie. Let's go ahead and flip it in 3, 2, 1. And that is most definitely an oldie, 1917. I don't think I see a mint mark, so it's going to be out of Philadelphia. It's a really nice find. It's our first teens wheat cent, and also our first wheat cent of the second box. Very next roll, and we have another 1944, and this one's going to be out of Philadelphia. Roll number 4, box 2, and we have a 50s find here, and that would have been really nice if it was a nickel. 1950 Denver, key date for nickels, super common for wheat pennies. Roll number 6 of box 2, and we have another 1940, and again out of Philadelphia. Just a couple rolls later, we got 2 more wheat cents in this roll. Our first one is going to be a 1955 out of Denver. Next one's back here. And this one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. Roll number 12, and this roll had 3 wheat cents in it. First one being a 1956 from Denver. And the next 2 are almost back to back, right over here. Here's our first one. And that one's actually very nice. That's a 1949 from Denver. Wheat cent number 3 on the roll. It's going to be a 1956 out of Philadelphia. Roll number 15 is setting the record for this hunt. We got 4 wheat cents in one roll. First one is a 1955 Philadelphia, which I'll check later for any doubling. Next one definitely caught my eye back here. You can see we have a really nice 1951 out of San Francisco, which I'll have to check against the book. That's in really nice shape. And the reverse is looking really nice too. As for our next 2 wheat cents, they're both back here. We have this one, which will be wheat cent number 3 on the roll. And it's going to be a 1942 San Francisco. Nice earlier find there. Last wheat cent of the roll. And that one's going to be a 1953, also out of San Francisco. Very next roll, and we got one more wheat cent. And this one's going to be a 1951 from Denver. Roll number 18 of box 2, and we got 2 more wheat cents. First one is going to be a 1953 from Denver. The next one, not far behind, this one's going to be a 1948 out of Philadelphia. Very next roll, and we got one more 40s wheat cent. This one's going to be another 1946 out of San Francisco. Halfway point of box number 2, and we have another teens wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1919 Philadelphia, and you can see there's not a whole lot of detail left to it. But it is another teens wheat cent, which means we now have 2 teens wheat cents on the hunt, and we got half a box left to go. Roll 29, and we have another 1958 here out of Denver. Roll 33, and we have one more wheat cent from the 50s. This one's going to be a 1957 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we have another wheat cent, this time from the 40s, a 1944 out of Philadelphia. Very next roll, and we have another wheat cent from the 40s, and this one's going to be a 1948 from Denver. Roll 36, and we have another wheat cent from the 40s, and this one will be a 1949 Philadelphia. Roll 38, and we have 3 more finds. We have, firstly, a Canadian cent with a young head portrait, and it looks like it spent some time in a parking lot. It's going to be 1957 for the date on that one. We also have 2 more wheat cents, another 1956 from Denver, and a wheat cent back here. This one's going to be 1946 from Denver as well. Roll number 42, and we have another 40s find, another 1946 out of San Francisco. Very next roll, and we've got another really nice one here. We have a 40s wheat cent with a bunch of mint luster still on it, 1944 from Denver. Let's go ahead and check out the reverse. And that is a really nice looking coin. Might even be an upgrade. Not sure though, so we'll definitely check at the end. But until then, we got 7 rolls left to go. Roll 48 of box 2, and we have another 40s wheat cent, a 1946 from Denver. Alright, well that's going to put an end to today's hunt portion of the video. As for the wrap up though, we got a lot of nice finds to cover and 2 new upgrades. Starting with the S-mints, we got 40 of them. We got 2 Canadian cents, the newest one being a 1965, and the oldest one being that really chewed up 1957. For odd coins, we have this one sanded down copper cent, probably from before 82, considering it's all copper on the middle. This other one is just slightly off center, 1982 from Philadelphia. Doesn't hold any extra value, but it is interesting to see it stick out that much on the side. As for shiny copper cents though, we got 15 of them, and these are some really nice ones this time. Especially these 60s ones here. We got some nice ones in the book already, but I always like to keep these older 60s ones. I love the character and the deep cameo they have. They're punched really deep, and they look really nice. Moving on to the wheat cents, we got 43 today. A whole bunch of them, and a bunch of them are in really nice shape. We got a really nice 51 San Francisco here to go along with the other 18 50s wheat cents. We also got 21 from the 40s, with the best 2 being this 49 Denver and this 44 Denver, which will both upgrade today. And we got 3 oldies as well, 1939 Philadelphia, 17 Philadelphia, and my favorite, the 1919 Philadelphia. What I find so cool about it is how worn it is. It definitely shows its age, and you got to think about all the time it's been in circulation, probably for the whole 100 and some years that it's been around. and it has definitely seen a pocket or two. Really cool coin there. I'm going to put that down, and let's go ahead and make the 2 new upgrades. Alright, we're back with our 2 upgraders, and as you can see, the first one is going to be this 49 Denver, and it is just much nicer than the one in there. So I'm excited to finally get an upgrade for that one. Same goes for this 44 Denver. That is just a really nice looking coin. It might be super common, but still, it's not every day you come across one in this nice a shape. That's just a really nice find. So I'll definitely be swapping those 2 out, but as for the hunt, that's going to do it. So I hope you all enjoyed. It's a lot of fun as always. And as always, happy hunting, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.